Hey everyone, Andrew Warren here. I apologize if my voice sounds a little weird today. I'm just getting over a cold, but I received a package in the mail that is definitely making me feel better. And it is, of course, my author copies of White Tiger. As many of you know, my publisher, Boldwood Books, has been republishing the Thomas Caine Thriller series, starting all the way back at the beginning with Tokyo Black, and we're now finally up to the first brand new book in the series, which is White Tiger. And all the Caine books are a blast for me to write. I always enjoy them, but this one was particularly special to me for a few reasons. First of all, since it's the first new book in a while, I thought it would be really fun to kind of go back to the beginning where it all started. So in this story, Caine returns to Japan, and we encounter some of the characters that we first met in Tokyo Black, and see how some of their lives have changed, some are still the same, and it's a chance to kind of revisit some of those characters we met at the very beginning. But this time, the difference is instead of being set in Tokyo, most of the action here is north in Hokkaido, which is a really snowy region. It's a beautiful location for a thriller. A lot of it is set in Sapporo, which is probably my favorite city in all of Japan that I've visited. And that brings me to another reason why this was a really fun book for me to write, was that I was able to schedule a location scouting trip before I started, and I got a chance to visit a lot of the places that Caine goes to in this book, from eating ramen in Ramen Alley in Sapporo to exploring the Sapporo Underground and getting to see the Sapporo Snow Festival, which is featured in this book, which is a big festival that takes over the whole city, and artists come in from all over the world and make these incredible snow and ice sculptures. Some of them are huge. They take up like a whole city block, and they fill up this park called Odori Park that runs up and down the city. And they're on all the medians and all the streets. There are these beautiful ice sculptures, and the whole city becomes this kind of winter wonderland. It's really gorgeous. So that was a fun setting to use. I also got to go to a place called Tomamu, which is like a ski resort town up in the mountains, a little more remote. And I was able to ride a snowmobile on the trails where Caine rides a snowmobile, and even visit an ice bar they build there every year. They build this whole village out of ice, and the bar, like everything, the stools and the counter and the glasses are all made of ice, and Caine goes there in the story, and I got to visit that location too, which was a lot of fun. And finally, another thing I really like about this book is I really pulled out all the stops on the action scenes. I think this book probably has my very favorite car chase that's in any of the books. One of the advanced reviews said, put a smile on my face, it said, quote, "almost too much action." So I don't know if they meant that as criticism or praise, but I'll wear that like a badge of honor. So White Tiger comes out November 6th. You can get it Amazon, Apple Books, Kobo, all the usual online bookstores, or you can pre-order at any of those places or on my website, andrewwarrenbooks.com. So I hope you all enjoy White Tiger. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you soon.